right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples towards younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful leg out there pushing this word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful leg, the believers, the listeners, whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? And what I want to get into today is just go into it in transit, dealing with how, it's all according to the plan. And when I speak of the plan, we're speaking of the will of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. If a brother can post that in Isaiah 46, verses 9 and 10. And the Lord pretty much, expounds on how he spoke on these things from the beginning. Okay? And that's a way to show that he is. To be able to speak on something, ages, before it happens, and to have it happen exactly how he said it would happen. Okay? And the things that we're seeing playing out in the earth, these things was predestined before the earth was formed. It was predestined that Esau would have rulership. He would be the last heathen to have rulership in the earth. Not because Esau had this high IQ, okay, or that, he, was just this superior nationality of people in the earth, as he would have you to think. He's not in power based on his own will. Esau's in power based on predestination. Okay? Him ruling the earth with the sword, it's all according to the plan, the good and the bad. The captivities, we went through as a people, it was all according to the plan and the will of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? Everything is happening according to the plan. Even when you look at the things that have happened, the reason why, we can explain history through old prophecies, because prophecy that's been fulfilled is now history. But it was prophecy. There was a time when it was prophecy, man. During the time that, Moses was going into what we call Deuteronomy 28, it was a time where Moses was telling that, to, the congregation, look, if you go off, this gonna happen. If you be obedient, this gonna happen. There's a time when there was prophecy, man. Okay, but now, since you go into Deuteronomy 28, and you go into those curses, well, now it's not prophecy. Now is history in present time, because you go through those curses, and you can prove who we are present time, because we fit those curses presently, man. There was a time when those curses was a prophecy, things that hadn't happened yet, man, and they've been fulfilled throughout certain points of history, man. Not just this captivity, but this last captivity, Deuteronomy 28 and 68, that was fulfilled during the transatlantic slave trade. It was all according to the plan. The Lord had to have that happen. Okay? So we would have to go through these captivities, because guess what? We had to be delivered. Okay? We had to be delivered from America. So in order for us to be delivered, that great deliverance, that great exodus, okay, spoken of in what's that, Jeremiah chapter 16, okay, delivered from that north country. Well, in order for us to be delivered from that north country, we had to go into captivity, all right, in the north country, which is America, to be delivered. You see, there's no way the great deliverance, okay, spoken of in Jeremiah the 16th chapter, Jeremiah the 23rd chapter, okay, those things couldn't be possible, all right, if it wasn't for us going into captivity. Deuteronomy 28 and 68 set the stage for this great deliverance, man. that's getting ready to happen, man. So that's an example, okay, of everything is happening exactly according to plan. I think that's Micah 4, you know. The scriptures speak about us going in captivity into Babylon, and there we will be delivered. You know, I believe it's Micah chapter 4, I think verses 8 through 10. Okay? If a brother want to post that, you know, just for edification's sake. Alright? But you go back to the point in Isaiah, alright, 49 verses 9, then Isaiah 46 verses 9 through 10, and it speak about the Lord doing his pleasure, all right, and doing all his counsel, man. So that's why when we understand prophecy, we understand the counsel of Yahweh Bashim Shai, and it keeps us on the correct narrative of the things that's actually going on, because Esau is throwing so much stuff out at the same time, and if you don't have a thorough understanding on prophecy, you'll be completely confused and all over the place, man. Esau has, you know, certain things that he allows to leak out. He has certain characters, you know, within his false reality, you know, with the TV and the politics and the celebrities and the so-called rebels of society that he sets up control oppositions, you know, and a lot of things Esau has intentionally contradicting himself. He has certain talking points that he pushes that contradict themselves to keep people confused. But prophecy is the thing. That's why I say wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of our time. The wisdom and knowledge of what? Of these prophecies, man. You know, so no matter the gimmicks and all, you know, the chaos and, you know, Esau all over the place, how much he uses that tactic, which that's a tactic of confusion. Us understanding prophecy lets us understand the true narrative. And it gives us the understanding to throw things out that don't matter. Okay? We're not concerned about, all right, what political party is in office, man. The Lord, the prophecy is still going to come to pass. We're not concerned about, okay, LeBron James playing with his son, Bronny. All right, that's insignificant when we're moving in the mindset of prophecy, man. That's insignificant, man. Okay? We don't give a damn, all right, you know, about what Offset, you know, said about Quavo. Those things are irrelevant. Okay? Nah, man, we deal with things that are prophetic, because prophecy is pretty much the time, is the countdown to us getting out of here, man. And we know that there's two major prophecies, the MOTB being made mandated. Okay, so we keep up with news that's relevant to that. And this Third World War. You know, those are the main two things we watch. And the civil unrest, which, you know, the civil unrest ties into the MOT being made mandated, because the MOTB is going to be the solution, the pseudo-salvation. Pseudo goes into false, the Greek word for false. Okay? And Esau is going to present his technology, okay, as a pseudo-salvation from the chaos, okay, that he's going to allow to happen in the earth, because his whole thing is order out of chaos. And we know, you know, the division, and you can see the division, like the enchantments, the psyops to cause major division. Like, you really can see that, you know, with these enchantments. You see, the election was more so about causing division, okay, than picking a candidate that's going to heal America, man, which America can't be healed. So we know all this talk about, you know, Trump doing this and it's going to be better and this. Yeah, it might be, but Trump is not the solution, all right? Trump is not going to put prophecy in reverse, okay? Trump is not the solution of making America great again. Okay, because we understand prophecy, man. But if you don't have a mindset towards prophecy, there's a lot of people that's really brought in, that's really persuaded that Trump, okay, is the answer to the earth's problems, man. Beginning with America, man. Like, people really think like that. People really are you know, invested into that hope. You know, You got Jake, getting Trump tattoos on him. Jake doing the Trump dance in the football games and MMA. Okay, that just shows that they bought into the pseudo salvation, and Trump is just a phase of that, man. And Trump, that MOTB, you see Trump in office, which you go into, okay, spiritually. That's why we gotta look at everything spiritually. Okay, there's someone that look at Trump being in office and be like, well, less taxes, more money circulating amongst, the working class. Okay, someone that looked at Trump presidency carnal, but nah, man, you look at it in the spirit. Okay, beginning with the apostles and elders, which Elder Apostle Hard really, push, Trump being Nero coming back. But you go into Nero, what was one of the things that he did during the time he was emperor? Okay, what did he do? Well, he was the first emperor to really persecute the church in the fashion that he did. Okay, making a sport out of the followers of Yahushua, because you will have those gladiatorial games, and before you go into the main event, they will kill what they would call Christians. They would kill the followers of Yahushua for a sport. Had them mauled by wild animals. Have them sometimes have to fight gladiators. Like it was a lot of wickedness that Nero did unto the followers of Yahushua. Okay, imagine having you order the next Tank Davis pay-per-view, and imagine if before the fight card started, okay, and they would just bring out believers and have them mauled by wild animals. Okay, that's what was going on in ancient Rome. That's what they thought of the followers of Yahushua. Going back to the peace symbol with Trump, you go into the peace symbol, pretty much it's an upside down cross with the arms broken, and that circle is Nero's vision for the Roman Empire to be cleansed of Israelites, the followers of Yahushua, all right, which they call Christians, because you got the pre-Constantine Christians, which were the more authentic followers of Yahushua. Then you have the post-Constantine Christians, which they pretty much evolved into what we know as the Roman Church, okay, because of our paganism that was infused into the doctrine, man. Okay, well that's another story. We went into that, but that's it's a whole other topic. But going back into the presidency of Donald Trump, when you look at these things spiritually, okay, this is Nero coming back, man. And what did Nero do? And the scriptures say we will be persecuted, man. Okay, for believing. Except this time, unlike the times of Nero and those other emperors, because the Flavian dynasty, those emperors, because it was through Titus and Vespasian that the temple was sacked. And then under the reign of Domitian, the younger brother of Titus, he was known for his persecution of the followers of Yahushua. He killed the believers of Yahushua for sport. Okay, you go into the Domitian, man, the last emperor of the Flavian dynasty, which was the last emperor, prophesied about in 2nd Esdras, the 11th chapter. Okay, so you go into Trump, you can see him bringing that spirit back. He already spoke about, the people, he called the prophets of doom, and then the newest one, he talk about, these people are talking about war is going to start in the east, over there in the Middle East region, okay, where it's an absolute hotbed for all type of conflicts. Okay, as we speak, lets you know that he's aware of the ministry of the prophets, man. All right, but the difference, like I was saying, the difference between, this time and the time of old is that we have a standard that's promised to be lifted against this devil. Okay? When the enemy shall come in like a flood, okay, then there shall be a standard lifted against him. See, it's a standard. There's going to be martyrs, okay? But this devil is not going to be able to make sport of the followers of Yahushua in this time. There are going to be martyrs to fulfill prophecy, man. And we don't know the number. You know? Could it be 3,000? Could it be 300? Could it be 3? We don't know. But, you know, there's going to be a number to fulfill prophecy's sake, man. And at the end of the day, even in that, and that's why we should be being built up, to already embrace that, man. All right, death is necessary. You see, and this is why we don't push gimmicks, and we don't have time to get into things that don't matter. And they'll know just these random debates with people. Okay, trying to feed no community. Nah, man, we gotta be prepared to make that ultimate sacrifice if needed, man. We need to be in a particular spirit. That's why the Lord has us separate, being more and more dead to this world, separated from family more, you know, being around the brothers more, around the body more, okay, being more about this truth, being more rooted and established more, okay. This all we got, man, this faith, all right, in the hereafter, faith in the salvation, faith in the standard, and faith that even in death, we still get the victory when Yahushua returns, man. Being raised up and resurrected and immortal, okay? So, this is why us understanding these things, all right, puts us, and that's why the scriptures say, what, seeing that all these things should be dissolved, what manner of person should we be? We see that the earth is on the path to a nuclear exchange amongst these superpowers, man. We see we're headed that way, and it's all according to the plan. You know, this latest thing with, you know, the back and forth with NATO and Russia and America. All right, now we know, okay, nuclear war is not going to happen tomorrow, but it's another step towards that way. And it's all according to the plan, because there's other things that have to happen before this war goes nuclear. Okay? Because this war has started. All right? We're in the third world's war. It just hasn't went nuclear. And, you know, these superpowers, okay, haven't been fully activated to engage each other directly, man. But we're getting there. All right? Because these proxy wars have almost exhausted themselves, man, to where these nations are going to have to lock up directly, man. And it's happening exactly how it's supposed to happen. It's all according to a plan, and it all works in our favor. Everything is working in our favor, man. You know, one of my favorite scriptures, because it keeps us, you know, it keeps us in the right spirit. You know, because we can look at certain things and think that, you know, like, damn, they work against what we want. Nah, man, they work for what we want. Even these, you know, like, they had the strike, when them niggas went on strike for, you know, a day and a half. You know, them niggas went on strike for 40 hours, went back to work. And like, damn, you know, it's all, hey, because the scriptures say, hope deferred maketh the heart sick. You know? But when, you know, something happens that we want, you know, it's like a refreshing that can't be explained. You see? So, you know, it's certain things that happen and we get these expectations, like, okay, this is it, and then it don't happen immediately. But like, nah, man, you gotta, this is why scriptures say patience. And your patience possesses your souls. You know, there's a dynamic of patience that's applied to this thing, man. But we know it's working, and everything is working in our favor, and we see the stage is set up. And things are happening fast, man, and it's not going to take long for the Lord to just kick this thing to another gear. And things really start happening faster, but the Lord He's gradually putting us in these times, and that's why things are happening so fast. He's getting us used to operating on a faster pace. Things are happening quick, man. That's why you're not, especially as men, brothers, that's on the front line of this ministry, man. If we're not making the most use of our time, man, like we can find ourselves losing a lot of time. Like we really got to make the good use of our time, because time is so fleeting nowadays, man. That we really got to make the most use of our time, man. We really got to be up and early. You see? So the Lord is getting us to use to operate in a more sped up time, man, because things are just going to start happening faster and faster, and it's going to be more intense. That's why this ministry has been likened into a woman, all right, that's in childbirth, man. The prophecies, man, and these prophecies are being birthed into the earth. Famine is being birthed into the earth. Chaos, the shit hitting the fan. Okay, the civil unrest. One people rising up against another people, man. This third world war. These things are being birthed into the earth, man. And just like a woman, okay, when she's getting closer to that birth, what happens, man? Those birth pains, they become more frequent and they become more intense. So we're starting to see, these events that's happening in the earth become more frequent and become more intense. And it's happening exactly how we need it to happen, man. Turkey just announced it's cutting our relationships with the small hats. Iran and Russia are more click tight than ever. Okay? I think with these latest things and which all those play to Ezekiel 38, which Ezekiel 38 is pretty much a commentary of what we're seeing now with these military moves and alliances in the earth. So Turkey, which is Gomar, okay, in Ezekiel 38, is being aligned with who? A God, which is Russia, God, okay, and you have the Persians, which is Iran. And those three nations are being click tight as of late, especially Iran and Russia, man. All right? It's a spiritual Medo-Persian empire that has been raised up. You see? Because when you wanted to wage a war in the ancient world, you had to raise an army. So you would go through, your empire, raising up men, okay, for a war campaign. Well, the Lord does that on another level, man, okay? And he wants these nations to go to war against Babylon. So we're seeing the Lord raise an army. That's what the king would do. He would raise an army. So we're seeing the Lord raise these different armies up in the earth to go against, okay, the whore. Okay, was that Jeremiah 50 and 9? How the Lord will raise up a symbol of nations out of the north country. Okay, this is what we're seeing. The Lord has raised up an assembly of nations. All right, and they're under the banner of Russia. Russia is pretty much, that's why in Ezekiel 38, Russia is known as what? The chief prince. Okay, the chief prince. You see? Because Russia is pretty much, has been a ruler, okay? Pretty much a big homie to all the nations of the earth that are being raised up to come against the whore. Okay? You go into that word chief prince, all right? That word chief, all right, goes into the Hebrew word rush, or Rosh, and that word prince goes to the word shar, all right? And what you have? Russia, Rush-Shar, chief prince. When you break down Russia, Elder Apostle Tahar broke that down, man. So when you really go into the etymology of the word Russia, it goes into chief prince. Rush-Shar. You see? So Russia is doing exactly what's needed to be done to fulfill prophecy, man. Being a guard to the nations, being prepared for themselves, and preparing these other nations to go to war against the whore. Okay? The scripture speaks about how, you know, in Revelation 20, I believe it's 8, you know, speak about, you know, Esau being raised up, being loosed from their prison. Okay, Satan being loosed from his prison, which is speaking of Esau, you know, the the spiritual, okay, descendants of Satan, okay, the spiritual, okay, just as weird, the sons of God, okay. You even go to Bunyan, you know, how you say Benjamin in Hebrew, he goes into it, sons of the right, sons of righteousness. Well, Esau are the sons of wickedness, man. Okay? And what we're seeing with Esau Edom, okay? He's playing the role of the adversary going to Shaitan. He was loosed from his prison, which, you know, he was pushed out of power, you know, during what they call the Dark Ages, and he was pushed mainly, you know, to what you call the Caucasus region, you know, Georgia, Russia, you know, the ancient, you know, dwelling of the Khazars. Okay, their rockiness, their rocky mountainous region, and he had no influence in the earth, man. So it was like he was in prison. You know, he was pretty much in prison, and when you're in prison, that means what? You're restricted. You know, when you're in prison, you're confined to a certain area. Okay, you really don't have any ability, your ability to communicate, your ability to, okay, make moves has been restricted when you're in prison. Okay, and that was Esau Edom. During what we call the Dark Ages, he was restricted, but it was promised that he would be loosed. Okay, and what we know today is the Renaissance, but it would bring him to the point to where he would go to war with God, you know, which is Russia. And then it spoke about God, whose numbers the sand doesn't see. Well, Russia's military has doubled in size, almost doubled in size since, you know, they've been, you know, in this conflict, this war, okay, with Ukraine. You know, they pretty much doubled its military, and plus all those other militaries that's pretty much pledging their allegiance. They're being allied, you know, with Russia, man. You know, the Iranian military, the Chinese military. Okay, so under the banner of God, all right, which is Russia, man, it's a lot of troops being gathered under the banner of Russia, man, and it's happening exactly according to how it's supposed to, man. It's all working in our favor, man. Romans 8 and 28. And like I said, that's a precept that can keep us grounded, you know. My brother want to post that, Romans 8 and 28. You know, and there's a precept I often, you know, reference, you know, as we seeing prophecy unfold in real time. You know, that all these things are working for our favor, man. You know, all things work for the good of those, all right, who love the Lord, and it was all according to his purpose, man. All things work in our favor, man. Even in our day-to-day, certain little setbacks that we go through in our day-to-day, it's all according to the plan. Okay? Now that doesn't mean just be reckless. Okay? Don't be responsible. All right, in your day-to-day. But there's certain things that the Lord just had to happen. You know, he allows to happen. And it's all according to his plan. You know? So from you know, Turkey, Iran, and Russia doing military drills, you know, to our setbacks and even our blessings, because it ain't all about setbacks, man. The Lord be looking out. The Lord be blessing us, man. He be showing favor. You know, we speak on the setbacks more. Okay, but even within those setbacks, because really the setback come right before the blessing. That's usually how the Lord operate. You know, you had these setbacks happen right before the blessing. You know, everything that we see and out. Okay, when we look between the Lord wants civil unrest, man. Okay, I believe that's Zechariah 8 and 10. You know, it's His will to do that, to have people in a state of violence against one another, man. And you see that people are already on edge, man. These people hate each other, man. These people absolutely hate each other, man. You look at how these people operate in the world, you see that the stage is set, the environment is set, all right, for civil unrest. Okay, and the only thing that's keeping these people sane is their daily conveniences, man. You know, they have access to their daily convenience. They're able to buffet in the flesh on whatever their lust is, man. Okay, but the ability when these people are cut off from their convenience, they're gonna lose it. Okay, because we see, you know, people had a reaction. Okay, you know, to the results of the election. You know, people had a reaction. You know, Eve lost her goddamn mind. You know, people felt some type of way, and you know, the Lord really showed that there's a lot of hatred built in these people. Okay, but now, you know, niggas are back. All right, everybody back to business as usual, man. Okay, ain't nobody talking about no policies and no, folks not even talking about that anymore, man. It's back to business as usual, man. Okay, but you seen when AT&T phones went out, hey, and within 6 hours people started losing, man. Just the fact they couldn't check, okay, they couldn't check their social media feed. A lot of people work off their phone, you know, doing gig jobs. Okay, you see. So you see, like within 6 hours of like AT&T phones being down, people, you know, they started to rush the stores and you see. So imagine when it happens for weeks. Okay, when people, because there's a lot of people, man, like, because people truly have a mental illness, man. That's another thing that's keeping these people sane, especially, you know, the woman, especially the nigga woman, is that, you know, these little compliments and this attention they get on social media, like, you know, that's keeping a lot of these people sane. You know, just the attention that they get on social media, man. But when people aren't allowed to do these things, then you gotta think, look how many people making careers off OnlyFans, and when people can't do these things, man, they're gonna absolutely lose it, man. Okay? When people can't get to TikTok, like just that small factor is gonna play, just that small thing, man, is gonna play a major factor in these people wilding out, man, and really getting at each other, man. Okay? And when people are cut off from food, oh man, it's gonna get deadly, man. Okay? Because this society, no one is taught, you know, to go without. You know how, you know, you intentionally go without food for a certain time, you know, what they call intermittent fast, you know, or just fasting in general. Like people, you know, their mind, because fasting has, you know, benefits, you know, spiritually, you know, physically, mentally. Okay? It's not just, you know, strictly health. Like, nah, fasting has benefits all the way around, man. Spiritually gets us closer to our power. You know, physically, you know, your body starts to go into autophagy, you know, which is the good cells destroying the bad cells in the body. You know, so it's like a deep cleanse for the body. Okay, then it's also a mental thing to where, we're not bugging out from not going without. Because there's people that's gonna go, there's people that's gonna bug out and get violent just because of a day of not eating. An involuntary day of not eating, man. People are gonna lose it. People are gonna get very desperate, man. You know? And we see the stage set for that, man. And that's prophecy, man. Destroying one another, 2nd Ezra 15, destroying one another, invading one another because of what? Lack of bread. Okay? So we see the stage set for that, man. The love of many shall wax cold. That's happening, man. All these things are according to the plan. The Egyptian against the Egyptian, man. These people are more divided than they ever been. You know, people being, I guess I'm saying the word right, disinvited, you know, to spend the holidays with family based on who they voted for. Just as people was, you know, not invited to the cookout if you didn't have the juice. Okay? You see? So, the division is there. These people have never been the earth has never been divided to where people want to physically harm you based on how you voted. Showing you there's a major disconnect. And when you snatch away this convenience, man, it's going to erupt out here, man. It's going to absolutely erupt. Okay? And these people, these Americans, they're just going to be airing each other out, man. Okay? The troops, the mercenaries, the mercenaries and the UN troops are already here. Okay? That border being open. It's over 50 million people have came in since they've opened the border, man. Showing you what Trump is going to do. He's not going to. You think Trump is going to be deporting the actual the UN and mercenaries that have been allowed over? Absolutely not. You know, even if he deports 5 million, okay, no, it's all the play already been. The play has already been executed. This is just another psyops of false hope. Even if he deports 5 million, like I say, even if he deports 5 million migrants, they don't even knock a dent in what's been let over here since the borders are open. Okay, you know he's not going to be deporting. Okay, the UN troops that were smuggled in, and the mercenaries that's been smuggled in, man. They already where they supposed to be stationed. They've been equipped, studying the American society, waiting on that green light, waiting for the collapse so they can come out here and get busy. Okay, so they already ran that play. Okay, and people look at Trump as if he's that reverse card on Uno, you know? Nah. Okay? He here to play his part. You see? And ultimately he's doing the bidding for the elites, and the elites are doing the bidding for Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah. Okay? Because it's the Lord that wants civil unrest, famine. Okay? War. This is what the Lord wants, man. Okay, this is the Lord finna do his counsel, as the scriptures say, man. You see? What's that Ezekiel? Brother got that Ezekiel 28. Ezekiel 12 and 28, the brother GMS in his likeness. And it says, therefore say unto them, thus said the Lord power, all right, there shall none of my words, all right, be prolonged anymore, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, said the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah. And the Lord just finna execute on everything that's written that hasn't happened, man. and we see he has a 100%. All right, when it comes to his promises being fulfilled in the earth, the Lord has he's 100% accurate. Okay, of what's going to happen and how it's going to happen, he's 100% accurate. Okay, the Bible is absolutely undefeated. None of these shall fail. So we're finna see these words, like we're gonna see as we speak about famine, we're finna really see famine, and people are finna really feel famine. It's one thing someone telling you that you're gonna be in a famine. Okay, it's another thing to actually feel famine. You see, it's one thing to tell you about, okay, the civil unrest, but it's another thing to actually be in the midst of it, man. Okay, to where these neighborhoods are now war zones, man. Society, has went into complete anarchy, man. So we're in a time where the Lord is just going to bring these words to life. Okay? Now famine, all right, is your reality, man. Now civil unrest is your reality, man. The convenience of old is going away, man. There's no more. Okay? So when we look out to the earth, man, everything, all the major events that's happening on the earth, it's all according to the plan, man. There's nothing that's like we should be, because right now we're in the time of the spirit feast of dedication, man. And we should be rejoicing, because that feast of dedication goes to what? Victory over Esau and rededicating the temple. And as we, through faith, are constantly being obedient to this word, we're rededicating ourselves, man. We're rededicated to Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai and their righteous way, because we're the temple now. So as we're seeing these things happening, man, we should be in the spirit of rejoicing, man. Esau is done. The devil is done. Okay? Everything that he's doing to try to keep himself in power, okay, is removing him from power. And then I find it ironic that them deep underground military bunkers, that the acronym for them is dumb. All right? Esau, you damn dummy. They're nothing but holding cells, man. This devil built his own holding cell, man. Because when the smoke settles and we come out those chariots, man, we're rounding these devils up. So all these devils have done is build holders, man. Because in their mind, they're going to survive, the war. Okay? By that time, they're going to have people with the sea hip. So they're going to come and gather everyone. They're going to arise from the ashes and gather people into this NWO. Okay? But nah, man. We're going to be the ones doing the gathering under Yahweh Shai. Alright? And it's going to be rounding you up. And it is going to be a new world order. It's going to be a new world order where you the slave. Alright? You Edomites and you heathens are slaves to Israelites. In righteousness, man. Okay? So, everything that this devil is doing is leading to his overthrow, his own kingdom being destroyed, even him building the missiles. Okay? Here it is, he's building these and boasting in, his weaponry. But he built those missiles to destroy his own infrastructure, man. And to turn America into a desert. That had to happen. He had the Lord allowed this man to get into what we call nuclear physics, to manipulate the atom. The Lord allowed this man to do that okay, to fulfill prophecy, man. For the earth to rail to and fro like a drunkard, for America to be a desert, okay? Then plus the earthquakes from this destruction, gonna cause this infrastructure, to crumble, man. These skyscrapers, which are number obelisks, all right? Esau, he worships, okay? He's the father of freakiness, man. Okay? But all this, pagan, satanic infrastructure that he's built up, he created the weapons that's going to destroy it, man. You see? So everything that this devil did to put himself in power is now working against him, and it's going to remove him from power, man. Okay? The things he's doing to try to further enslave the masses, to have more control over the masses, okay, it's going to be the thing that's going to put him in captivity, man. Okay? So everything that the devil is doing is working perfectly on our behalf, man, for our favor. It's all according to the plan, man. All right? The fighter jets, the fact that the Lord allowed this man, because he's the first heathen to weaponize the heavens, man, which is, speaking of the air, the atmosphere, to have an aerial military. He's the first heathen to do that. But that's to fulfill the war in heaven. Revelation 12 and 7. So it was all happening according to his plan. Okay, according to the plan that was from the beginning. We're seeing this thing executed. It's working exactly how we need it, man. We shouldn't be panicking. It's happening exactly how we need it. And then as we learn patience, man, what it is, we rejoice in the fact that it's happening, man. Of course, we always get out of here like yesterday, man. Okay, but there's still, things that have to play out. Certain believers are still being awakened, and we, as believers, as we become more seasoned, man, we're being built to endure these things, man, to be unmovable in faith. Because we're going to have to be unmovable, man, to endure these things that we see, man. Okay? Because the Lord really finna shake things up, man. He's really finna allow judgment to set in the earth, man, to say, 1,000 at thy, left, 10,000 at thy right. So we're going to be in the midst of the Lord judging this place, man, and we really got to be built in a certain way, man, for how the Lord getting ready to do. So, yeah, we here. We here. All right? All roads, okay, are leading to a prophecy being fulfilled. Esau, this beast system, being destroyed. And Yahushua returning, conquering the heathens in righteousness. The elect being delivered. And the throne of David established the earth forever, man. Because this is why we're here, understanding the end game too, man. Okay, everything is happening according to the end game that was set up from the beginning. As Heavenly Father, through Uriel told Ezra that, look, tell my Israel that I'm gonna give them the kingdom that I would have been able, man. Okay, but things had to play out. We had to get the experience, so we can be those perfected judges, man. So these things had to play out. And it's all working in our favor, man. The chastisement, the affliction, the captivities, the being the tail in this society, all that worked in our favor. And it was all and it was all tied into, okay, the Lord's perfect will. Okay? So, yeah, that's the point. Just wanted to touch on that. Just something I was meditating on in the spirit, Lord will, you brothers, all right, and you sisters edified, So until next time I say shalom, Yashala. Baba Ball, some Shalom.